Good morning, dear students. We are going to the second lecture on genetic algorithms. So, in the first lecture, we have seen what is optimization and what is the need of optimization using heuristics like genetic algorithms. What is the basic structure of genetic algorithm? How can you encode the chromosomes or each solution? How can you encode each solution in genetic algorithms and so on? Now we'll go to how we can select the parents in genetic algorithm. I told you that initially in genetic algorithm, we select a population of solutions. Say out of some 10,000 possible solutions to a problem, you select just 100. So from that 100, you have to choose parents based on the best fitness. Those individuals which are having best fitness values will be chosen as parents for producing the next generation. So how are parents going to be chosen is today's first topic. So selecting the parents which then cross over or recombine to create offspring. One of the first methods to select parents is fitness proportionate selection. That is, an individual in a population can become a parent based on a probability which is proportional to his fitness. That is, fitter individuals have higher chance of being parent and producing the next generation. So, how can you actually implement this concept? This concept can be implemented by one technique is by using roulette wheel selection. Now, I hope many of you know what is roulette wheel. This one is the roulette wheel. So, you have a circular wheel. It will be rotated. You have a fixed point here. So, the circle will be divided into many pies. It's like pie chart, okay? It is divided into many pies. And the proportion of each of the pie, look this is one pie, this much. So the proportion of each pie depends upon the fitness. For example, look here. There is an example given. There are 6 individuals in a population. And fitness values have been calculated. For example, fitness can be cost, fitness can be toughness, something like that. So fitness values have been found out. Now this is the one with maximum fitness. So this individual A will take over major portion. Look this, it will take over major portion of this roulette wheel. And which is the next one having the next best fitness value? It is actually E. So look here, this is actually the space corresponding to E. So this takes up the next major proportion of the roulette wheel. So how much area in that wheel each individual takes depends upon its fitness value. So proportional to the fitness value, area will be provided to each of the individuals. So now to select the first parent, so you need always to produce one offspring, you need two parents. So initially, if your population is having 100 solutions or 100 individuals, which is having its own chromosome, what you do is you choose, you actually turn this wheel once. So one particular area of this wheel will come towards this fixed point when you stop the wheel, stop the rotation of the wheel. So that individual will be taken as the first parent. So here this yellow portion, yellow is corresponding to D. It's having only fitness of 1.2. But this is based on the concept that the wheel has maximum area for A, which is having the best fitness. So when it is rotated many times, this area has more chance of coming to the fixed point. This area has more probability of ending up in this fixed point when the rotation stops. The next this area has more chance of coming after this, after A, so E individual has more chance of being selected. So in this example, actually D, individual D is chosen as the parent, but it is quite unlikely that individual D gets selected often because it's having only a small area here. Please look here. Okay. So it is based on this concept the first parent is being chosen. Now for mating you need the second parent. So again the wheel will be rotated, and in whichever area it is coming towards this fixed point, that particular individual will be selected as the second parent. So they both will be mated and they produce two offsprings. So two parents will together mate and produce two offsprings. It is in this way GA is working. Okay. Now if you need another two offsprings, two another parents will be chosen. So it is in this manner. So here it is having just 5 or 6 solutions. It is just to demonstrate, okay? But in reality, it is not just 5 or 6. There may be hundreds or hundreds or thousands of chromosomes in the initial population itself, depending on the scale of your problem. So this is one method of parent selection. Now, the next method is tournament selection. So what you do is, suppose here you are having a set of individuals. Look here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Here they have represented 13 individuals with 13 chromosomes corresponding to 13 individuals. So the fitness values are also given. So what happens here is that you decide K-way tournament. It is K can be any number, 2, 3 and so on. If it is 3-way tournament, it means that out of the initial 100 population members or so, you select 3 individuals from the population at random. So out of the total number of chromosomes in the initial population, so here about 13 has been represented. Out of 13, you randomly pick 3. And that picked 3 members' fitness value will be evaluated, and the one with the best fitness will be chosen as the first parent. Now the same process will be repeated for selecting the next parent. So this is how tournament selection works. Now another method of selecting the parent is rank selection. Okay, rank selection. So usually if the genetic algorithm is run for about 100 generations, suppose that my termination criteria, or I'm going to run my GA for 100 runs or 100 generations. I'm going to produce this crossover offsprings and all for 100 generations. 100 runs I'm going to make. So if it is that case, when it usually approaches 90 runs or so, the individuals in the population after 90 runs or so will be having fitness values which are close to each other, because it's towards convergence, it's towards the ending phase. So almost all the individuals will have good fitness values which are close to each other. So in such case, you have to still run 10 more generations. So how are you going to select the parents? So in that cases, you can assign some rank to the individuals based on fitness. If look here, the fitness values are not differing too much. So in this case, the best thing is to rank the individuals and choose the parents based on rank rather than fitness. So this is another method of parent selection which is specifically used towards the end of the run or something like that. Now that's all for parent selection. So you have seen 3 main parent selection methods. The first was fitness proportionate selection, which is mainly based on roulette wheel selection. The second one was tournament selection, and the third one was rank selection. So this is how you choose the parents for crossover. Now, after selecting the parents for crossover, you have to perform crossover. So now the discussion is on how crossover is done or what are the different methods for doing crossover. So crossover is usually applied in GA with a probability, high probability. You call it PC. Probability of crossover, PC. So usually the probability is quite high, about 0.8 or 80% or something. It's quite high value, okay? So what are the different methods for crossover of the parents? So first we'll go to 1 point crossover. Here you have two individuals, this is individual 1 and this is individual 2. So you select two chromosomes or two individuals or two possible solutions to a problem. You select a point like this and interchange the contents of the chromosomes. Look here, this content went here, this content came here. So these two are the new offsprings, which is different from the parents, okay? Now we have other crossover methods like multi-point crossover. Here you will choose two crossover points and the genes between them will be exchanged. Look here, that 3 genes will be exchanged. Now uniform crossover. Here there is nothing like choosing some segments or something like that as in previous two crossovers. Here each of the genes in the chromosome will be considered. For example, you take the first gene, then you flip a coin. Based on that you decide whether this should be kept like this or it should be taken from this. When you flip the coin, the decision came that this should be changed. So look here, 5 was brought. For the second one, the flipping of the coin showed that 1 should be there in the parent, in the offspring. So 1 remained like that. So each of the genes will be considered. Now, once the parents are selected, crossover of the parents is done, and with a small probability of PM, mutation will also be done. What is the purpose of mutation? It is to introduce diversity in the genetic population. For example, even now the corona which has come is actually a mutated version of the previous viruses. So something like that. Always mutation happens in the real world. So to simulate that, you have taken the concept called mutation also in GA, and it actually happens, right? So sometimes mutation can be for producing something better also. For example, very genius person. It is actually a kind of positive mutation. So with a low probability, so the probability of mutation should be very low, because if always mutation happens, it's not going to be sound. It doesn't happen like that in the real world. So mutation should take place with a low probability. So the first one is bit flip mutation. Here you randomly select one or more bits and flip them. Flip them means you select this gene. If it was 1, change to 0. You can select more than 1. Select this, it is 0, you can change to 1. Something like that. Now there is other types of mutation also. One is swap mutation. Here you choose 2 genes, swap that. So this 2 goes to 6th place and 6 goes to 2nd place. And next is scramble mutation. Here you randomly select a subset of genes. So out of all possible genes, you selected a subset and you just shuffled that. Change the ordering of that group. Now there is one more type of mutation I want to discuss with you. It is called inversion mutation. So here it is, you have selected a subset like this again. So it is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You reverse it. It is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Reversing that. Look here, it is just the reverse. Now, what is crossover and mutation probability? I told you that crossover should take place with the probability PC and mutation should take place with the probability PM. So crossover probability actually says how often, how frequently crossover should be performed. For example, if the crossover probability is 100%, then it means that in the next generation all the offspring should be made through crossover. But sometimes you can fix the crossover probability as say 80%. It means that 80% of the offsprings of the next generation should be made by crossover, and remaining 20% the parents themselves can be shifted to the next generation as offsprings. It is like making an exact copy of the parent. 20% parents themselves copies as offsprings. So in that way also it can be done. If the crossover probability is 0%, it means that the generation just copies to the next generation. Previous generation is just a copy of the next generation, that's all. So that is also not good. So crossover probability will definitely not be 0 and not be 100, but it is usually high value. It is to make sure that the new chromosomes have some good parts of old chromosomes, and some of the good parents of the previous generation also passes over to the next generation. Now what about mutation? What is the meaning of 100% mutation? If it is 100% mutation, all the offsprings will be mutated. So it is not allowed. And if it is 0% mutation, nothing has changed. So through mutation, sometimes, like I told you, some genius can be produced. So it is sometimes through mutation that from the normal solutions you suddenly approach to a very genius solution or the best solution. So mutation is very crucial, but the probability of mutation should be low, because if you set it high, it just changes to some random search. Now, some GAs employ what is called elitism. It is actually a part of survivor selection policy. I'll tell you what is elitism is. It means that the current fittest member of the population, suppose that you have a population, the fittest members of the population will be propagated to the next generation without any crossover. That is, the elite or the top category of each population will always be propagated to the next generation. So now next is, what is the termination criteria used in GA? So how do you stop the running of the algorithm? That is, what is the meaning of termination criteria? So there are three main termination criteria as far as I came to know. One is when there is no improvement in the population for X iterations. Suppose that for some continuous generations, so for continuous 10 generations or so, the population fitness is remaining the same. So in that case, there's no point in running it again and again. You can stop right there. So you can set the algorithm that way. And another way for termination is, you can fix the number of generations. Like I said previously, you can set the number of generations as 100, 200 or something like that. So when it reaches that particular number of generations, the algorithm stops itself. And now there is one more method for termination. When the fitness function has reached a predefined value. For example, you started with an initial population, you are evolving over generations. For example, if the fitness is cost of the product. So you are setting a criteria like, I can select a product with cost say 1000 rupees. So when that particular cost value has reached, you can stop the algorithm, something like that. Okay. So these three are the main termination criteria as far as GAs are concerned. Now we'll go just to understand an example of genetic algorithm. We'll go off on traveling salesman problem. So this problem, what does it mean is that you have to find the shortest distance to fly between, for example, in this example I've shown 8 cities. So the distance so each city should be visited only once, and the salesman has to visit each city and come back to the starting city with the least distance, by covering the least distance. So that will be the optimal route. So all the distances have already been provided. Now 8 cities have to be visited, right? So once a city has been visited, that city is not eligible again to be traveled. So actually the search space, what do you mean by search space? It is actually the set of all possible solutions to the problem. It is actually calculated as 8 factorial. 8 represents 8 cities. So there are 40,320 possible ways in which that salesman can cover the 8 cities. So we have to select the best way for moving between the cities among these many possible ways. So we choose GA to do. And how are we going to code, or how are you going to set the chromosome for each of the solution? It is in this way. For example, you assign integer values to the cities, like 0 for Brighton, 4 for Liverpool, 1 for Bristol. So for each city you assign a number. So this is one possible solution. What is the meaning of this? The person starts from 0, Brighton, he then moves to Liverpool, then to Bristol, and so on. That is the meaning of this chromosome. Now, what is the fitness function now? It is actually the total distance, okay? For example, in the ordering above, which is the first 2 city? It is 0 and 4. So, from this table, you know what is the difference between 0 and 4. So, that will get added to a sum. Now, what is the next distance? After 0, 4, it is 4 and 1. So the distance between 4 and 1 will be again added to the sum. Similarly, the distance between each pair in that chromosome will be added to produce the overall distance value corresponding to that particular solution. So if he travels in this order, what is the distance? Similarly, for all the other individuals or solutions, distance can be calculated. So based on the distance, fitness can be given. So the solution with the least distance will be having the maximum fitness. So fitness values also can be assigned. So based on fitness, you can select your own selection method for selecting the parent. You can select the crossover method and mutation method. Do all these, fix the termination criteria, and run the algorithm. So this is an essence of what genetic algorithms are. You can find your own examples of GA and come up with your own examples. So thanks for watching. If you have any queries, please do ask me. Thank you.